Hey, I'm Sean.
And I'm Shaylin.
And we're cooking with the Robinsons. I grill.
I bake.
And we cook. Today we're bringing you a classic. You can't beat it. It's the fried green tomato, but we're putting it on a bun.
Like a BLT?
Yeah. A bacon, lettuce, tomato with a fried green tomato. Stay tuned. A green tomato. You don't see that every day at the grocery store, but we were just at the Frisco, our local Frisco farmers market, and we saw some at the Dan's Fresh and Local fruit and vegetable stand, I think you'd call it, and thought, why not make fried green tomato sandwiches? And so here's what I've done. I've taken these green tomatoes, and I put a little kosher salt on them, set it on this sheet with some paper towels underneath. And what that salt does, if it sits there for about 20 minutes or so, is it'll leach out some moisture and make it good and ready for you to fry. So I'd recommend doing that. I also had some bacon on. The best way to cook that, to me, is put it in the oven, 375 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes, and you're ready to go. So I want to make this dill mayo, and I think this is going to be delicious. And what I've done is I've got probably 3 tablespoons of sour cream. I'm going to add that to 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise right there. And then I've got, I think I would call this a 1/4 cup of diced dill. That's gonna go right in. I like a good dill flavor. I mean, I think that's really gonna bring out some good. And to increase the power of this, I've got a little leftover dill juice from the pickle jar in my refrigerator. And here we have garlic, salt, pepper, and some smoked paprika to season it. And this probably is gonna be even better tomorrow. So if you have the time, and that's why I added the dill juice from the pickle jar, just to pick up those flavors really quick. But if you have the time to do this ahead of time, it's gonna have a big payoff for you. But it's gonna be just fine this way too. And that's gonna be delicious. You can see the color of that smoked paprika kind of changing the whole outlook of how this looks, but it's gonna taste good. I'd say smoked paprika is one of my favorite seasonings right now. I love it. Can't get enough of it. So you may see that in quite a few recipes around here. So there's the dill mayo. I may stir that up a little bit more in a little bit. Over here I've got my dredge set up. This is another find we had at the farmer's market. It's a cilantro hot sauce. You can use whatever hot sauce you like, but this was delicious to us. And I'll put a couple of splashes of that in this egg wash. And what we have right here is 2 eggs, and that is about a 1/2 cup of buttermilk. Let me get a fork here, or a spoon, whatever's available. Stir that up a little bit, get that buttermilk and egg. And what we're gonna do, I have about 1.5 cups of flour. I have a mixture of breadcrumbs and cornmeal over here. I'm gonna take a tomato and I'm gonna put it in this flour, get it good and coated. And I think my hands are probably gonna get a bit messy in this whole process, but it'll be worth it in the end. Whoop, and I'll get messy everywhere. And then I'll put this in the egg wash. You know, what's the best way to do this?
There you go.
Just get it all the way dunked in there. And you don't wanna get it all washed off when you're holding it either, but oh, that's gonna be good. I'll try to keep this hand dry so I can pack our breadcrumbs on top of this bad boy. And so what I'm gonna do is finish these up, and then we will put them in the fryer. It's gonna be delicious.
Time to assemble. So my husband and I really like pumpernickle bread, and I think that is great with a BLT. We're gonna add some of that delicious dill mayo that my husband made. It is really gonna reinforce that dill. I'm gonna have it on both sides. Now my husband says that I can make the best sandwiches ever. I don't really know if it's because he wants me to make the sandwich instead of himself, I kind of think that might be what it is, but I'm gonna go with it. Because I will tell you, my mom, now she can make a mean sandwich. So maybe it's a thing. All right, to reinforce that dill, we have this Havartti dill cheese. Amazing. You can use whatever cheese you want. We're gonna add some romaine, just some shredded romaine lettuce. Delicious. And then we cannot forget the star of the plate. I'm gonna go with this one right here. Looks amazing. The good thing about this bread is it can pack 2 tomatoes. Do you think that'll work, babe?
I think it'll work.
That'll work. Okay.
That's great.
And we got some bacon. Oh, man. I try to stay away from pork, but tonight I might just have to have me one of these sandwiches. And that is it, my friends. Oh my gosh, look at that. Loaded, packed, delicious. I cannot wait to dig in. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go add me a Clausen pickle, some Cape Cod chips, and we're gonna dig in.
Okay, you ready to try this thing?
I am so ready.
You do make a mean sandwich. That is not manipulation.
I think it is.
No. Look at that thing. You're just an old beach armor, Idgie Threadgoode. Right?
That's right, that's right.
All right, let's see how this thing is. Oh man, just a little bit there on your face. It's delicious.
It's so good.
What are you picking up there?
The dill. And then there's a
The
huge,
tang of that tomato.
and it's got a crunch. You don't feel like you're missing
Yeah.
a big chunk of meat, even though we do have that bacon in there, but they're thinly sliced.
Everything about this sandwich is perfect.
Dan, at Dan's Fresh and Local, that is one
Good
mean
tomato. Make this, and if you like videos like this, we make one every week, trying to give new ideas to you and your family as we make stuff for our family. Make them and enjoy, and if you do, subscribe below, give us a comment. Love to hear from you. Thanks, guys.
See you next time.